no write up be a watch time in summary, what were you carrying across with regards to
if it's IGP 3 weeks ago, any 2 weeks last week, he's reacting too much. Now your penas empire, your pesa also CD.
With regards to if UK
any Ghana Bar Association, and to be a becanas and be not the way of.
Mpomboko de mama Mike no emme kakra bi mama na mentimi emfili ha
tin panifo bi koye a program o Kempiski yes terrorist for mani bohu no aduru jubilee ampa bisa mam
mente de but yan share videos mienu ebe guide yen kakra amayate ase the kind of situation I wom meaning if security for ehunu the rate at which nkofo ebubu moire and the rate at which traffic mu wo a at least osre sika no kra onsre but odnani wa road glass na app no not nani abetem wo ya ho wianye yi ene nkora ye omo stress ade look at these videos eguso import wo mo eba sa say wo mo eba in this time yeah if you see something say something we have seen something we are saying something
Ombe ye eyiwa people they have just arrived from their country, from Niger or wherever. They are coming to do see them. You see them? Oh fi omukro mo aba. Ombe ye eyiwa.
Mama, the second video, yemfa the next video no so na yenhwe erezi concerns I say yedi hon command up we BBC report kakra ma mintie audio no
Naja na kare girma
kwame na omo kan hoza ntiki se wi a chi
gan kaje kaga mutum yana bara da yara kanana sai a ce dan Niger ne to ku kiyaye wannan shine sakon da aka ce mu ga za a mai kare ku gidajen ku cikin mutuncin ku kuma gwamnati ya dau alƙawarin insha Allah zai dau matakan da za a samu nan gaba a kiyaye irin wannan abin da yake faruwa a gare mu saboda sunan ƙasa yana baci daga wannan aikin da ake yi addinin mu na musulunci ya hana wannan aiki na bara
I guess I chire mo na.
We dey meet.
We
Hausa.
One chicken na we are na zuwa bia.
I'm say omunde na nye na so de mu ko mu kromo so de bisa ni ade a.
But my matter story be Ghana is even government is trying to put them together and send them back. Or Ghana I mean
then this must be the story.
Penyifo I Kumasi
we want to yabo one free Ghana na sign
and you mo come back. Na no ya ba ko so e bia it is all you mo ko dey be here.
But Eje Kumadoe I share this concern of whether Ghana hospitality no stretching beyond the fact that say everybody is welcome enti obi aba sabre ya ebi mode to pa ye hihye omo ho ebi wura asori edi bone a say if you see something say something yen street is we have said something are we safe with the ecoso be our driver about some 5 years are ya ho there no problem and I be a La Paz yenimu heya akra you see them and other areas uhomo and what comes to mind?
Oh no, America and answer Britain and answer anywhere in the world no, they are beggars.
Okay.
But near important thing is we making sure that we public safety no, and answer street driving and say beggars about a try to pedestrians and answer motorists are now checking here. But yeah, they are to relax because so called a Porsche cry some of our boys sleep there. you are only seeing them sleeping, but where they go before they come and sleep, no, and then the major issue, no. And to say, if it's we are sovereign nation, say if it's omu ya hajana, say omu presence creating nuisance in the street, we can send them back.
Maybe I heard the name last me who be crowd near my turn or be torn second. The train free way say many people not traffic goes away sha. A bit torn a lot of near maybe a ton or trafficking and
Because you can't just go to the market and buy a knife. Because knife crime is very high in the UK.
okay.
America a gun crime, but UK a knife. And see, with the name to say you can go to a good grocery and I say Malata market now to we got to us and say no, it's not allowed. And see, dynamics are different.
Okay.
And our terrains are different. What is a problem in one country might not necessarily be a problem. And Tebenya say you do your risk assessment in here. And what is triggering a threat? Now I find a solution to it. That's the way security is managed.
Then you catapult to cry so bit me a threat to comfort on tire.
Exactly.
But the fear is now the now security threat in Africa.
Yeah.
With how you jaya homa anybody at all enters the country.
Yeah.
And you cross-border crime. And see, even about the area of terrorism. Na Kwame Nabisa say Omicron free him by you can say when someone say COVID no amafa ho say a health issue by a national security issue.
Yeah.
Chim.
Yeah, national security issue ni say one you careful na a company bebre we workforce no etimi affect you.
Okay.
And insecurity a friend biological weapon. On say Ukraine war no na one of the labs in Ukraine na is one of the major issues that Russians no call Ukraine. And because of these biometrical experiments recently na the US president went to South Korea demonstrations there. So experiment about some of these things. And I'll share the origin of the virus in Nkasa up to today. Investigations because the Chinese did not allow.
Okay.
And now I'll share some of the information coming up. Now next year I'm for him. Even at the time Obama was in power, say or free while Donald Trump at a particular point now this COVID will come.
Okay.
And in terms of security management, and I said geopolitical wise, no, it's not just a health issue, a national security issue. And see, you need to manage it from that perspective. Other than that, create a problem out. Now it can also weaken your economy. Once our economy was not doing so well, but we're doing so well until COVID came. The funds involved and all manner of adjustment and all that. It's all part of like you are in the stock exchange. I'm not for sorry, I'm not performance. Your economy will go down, and those are some of the things they use geopolitical wise to weaken the weaker economies.
My main share, my own write up be a watch time when in summary, what were you carrying across with regards
if
to
it's IGP 3 weeks ago, any 2 weeks, in the last week, he's reacting too much. Now your Panas Empire, your Pesa also CD.
with regards to if UK,
any Ghana Bar Association, no, and to be a Becanas and be not the way of, and say, reacting a little bit, a bit detractive. And I be a name for so person by a Jumani because Ukaya, the predecessor, a crimes in an funny coy and no coffany buyer. And to buyer no idea, but me time when ya be a pressure in Freeba. And he's reacting a little bit. Me feel say he should go back to leadership. Now a hard and his strength to work. When he provides security leadership, the boys need better motivation to do the job. Other than that, you will be shown the exit door.
really,
Exactly, because Christian Council is complaining.
say he's overreacting.
No, that the levels of crime is high.
Okay.
The Catholic bishop guys are the guys in the long robe. They are complaining. Ghana Bar Association is complaining. Now, these 3 guys are serious human beings.
But is it a fact?
Yes, because we share from the time the Accra-based Upper West guy, lawyer, no. They recently in Kumasi, there has been high-level armed robbery, well planned, and we thought Nkraza was the issue he was dealing with. Then there has been multiples of some of these things. I think he needs to sit up a little bit. Other than that, I'm not forbidden on person sansan into his garena just like we do normally. And he needs to sit up a little bit.
That is where I was coming to, because sometimes there is a way to paint some form of negativity. Now I created that impression, say this is what is happening. I understand, Krasa, ebimu to me share that a critique these scenes if you are fighting them so much. Because oba you to say what touch sensitive areas. And
No,
so
that is the nature of his job. You are a practicing police officer, and now you are IGP. And the job is to fight crime and damn the consequences. But when you're careful now about political area now, a whole new area, and you are coming to step on too many politicians, and they may create problem for you. And that is what I fear for him.
but he is doing his job as a IGP.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then you feel he shouldn't move off anything that he, because say Oshe na some publications be able to
No, UK the area on German Minister of Foreign Affairs and let him concentrate on policing. Because someone said now Ghana Bar Association for a letter no. Then in Krasa was burning.
Yeah.
And now he of all people until me right in Krasa inside. It took him a little bit of time before he entered in Krasa. But I showing the leadership skills he want to be in the front line.
Yeah.
And that's what's making him down parry. And that is where his strength is. And he should concentrate on that area and any public engagements, and leave the politicians and the political arena. Other than that, to me create problem. See, I can't state with a law enforcement officer, you need the state. When we are talking of the state, we are the state. Irrespective of your political bias or background, you are the state. Because someone said they dictate to the president, say you have to do this, then you do it. So you don't go into politics. Even when you are a politician, now your more political position in terms of security, dynamics need a bit more different. Because you have to be a straightforward human being and non-partisanship. If you say, and a Ghana Bar Association at your back, Christian Council, the men in the long group, the Catholic bishops, those are not areas you want to be trading, because they will create problem for you.
Until unclick the default setting. No.
Exactly. Now you should concentrate on policing, because that is where you can defend. Say, I am a police officer. In standard practices, this is what I'm supposed to do, and this is what I have done in part of due diligence. And to my assessment, assess me on the basis of my functionalities and security operation wise, and not
but the ambassador was veering into security.
And so you send it to the right position, because Ebia, I'm from Doma. Ebia, I'm from Doma, and you are from Brekum, and there are issues about chief. You let the two chiefs handle it. You don't veer into chieftaincy because you lack capacity there, and it will create a problem now.
Interesting. This man is great. We frequently nyanseni ho. Was show me 5 projects Nana had just a politics. Nah, baby, I come here di ne baby. The projects are where any projects are where no pay di. But let's look at the project Abba. See something, say something, and threats are a try and wish here.
If you are no scalombre, binama for a year, you know, more scaled than a more, we are saying count.
Open,
and that's how bad just cut was a more fine project. I won't maybe
there's supposed to be a national campaign for that. And that national campaign has been budgeted for. If we are budgeting, when it comes to communication like this, Richard Beckham more about it. But when it comes to security, don't belittle any media platform. Do not belittle any media. Oh, when you no. Even if a village radio station, even if say information center, use them.
I mean, like not just the media. Individuals too have been given something to campaign.
Well, that's also another thing.
That's also another thing. Well, we're giving back to the people already, you know. Oh, until we will see something and say something.
So you have seen something, you are saying something.
Say something.
No, you too, you have seen something.
You see, and say what?
You are saying something.
And say what?
You have seen that they are giving.
I know, sir. This camera media say media say we are saying. Yes, I never.
I may share this project where the Ghanaian culture, no. Yes, you didn't concern, but now we want to raise it to the Twitter level where you see something, then you tweet. nti Ghana ni bia hunu ade a on take the elsewhere to say Germany ne mmerwane nkokora ne nkonkonsa pa obefre police amawosisi a. That is why we want to bring here. Is that possible, looking at your certain your cultural way and the fact is obi to me the bag ma oh just see how me basisi a not knowing what is inside. Now, are we really?
No, me feel say approach ni a bit of a problem. Because security near polio over quack of our celebrities have chance I said they are the leading ones. So but now come nani miniaba anti ya omo can say radio station. When him say it's because of security I have my license for community radio. Yeah, because of security issues. And now government took a deliberate effort to say Yama community radio as a major one. Even the mining companies crying because of security, you have more opportunities to establish community radios. And see, if it's our approach, is creating a bit of a problem. A very wrong approach. Very, very wrong.
They see something.
The danger is that yes, such campaigns and I say educational. One you're careful now, the media has lost interest. About to say Galam stop no.
Okay.
Because the media is huge and the media carry the people. And see, one you're careful to sustain the pressure and I said the momentum and the media loses interest now. Let's just say national security, you have lost chunk of the people and nobody will speak to you. You get a problem.
So what would have been the best approach? And then
we shouldn't have brought it into that celebrity style. Because who see something, say something. They are the media people who see something, they say something. Yeah. When I was working in the BNI, now even not apart from my mom and my dad and mine, 3 brothers, nobody know I work in the BNI because most people know me to be a media person. And today I'm going to media for me and madam for February. Because if we are going to a place and angel, after I speak on most of the angel stations, so if I reach Sunyani and I walk in there and as I could say, give me a badge. They could have given me a badge with ABI name Kwame Mensah. My country Bugasa na me the room and I'll speak English. The first say your account doesn't mean you should speak the language. Yeah. And you know, or they call auntie and say Richard is on the ground with a tag. So huna, that's it. So I just speak to her in a language she understands. And I walk in as an a media person. Hardly do you see say this one is from here. No. So you needed a blend. Now media for crying say I'm mom education na. Say I'm from a call be a century and I say but they say lodge I'm mom education.
Press conference.
No, that is don't see. National security need to have people in the media. I would have recruited about 6 of you. That's the way it is done because Mikai the first day of Famina and Jerry and Moshe and Co, they took me to Angel when you are the other side. And they bring people, but my style is different because of the national security perspective.
Okay, so see something, say something. Anyway, you know.
No, you don't. A bit of a approach, you know. Me name the answer, but a bit of a problem.
Okay.
And I say the danger is say I'm sure you're not maintaining position of education now instead of educating you're about creative fear and panic. That's the worry of many people.
Mama share baby a humobro no wopa and it's also a target the churches. Ehona mobroni edu a ehu ne mobo. Ehona obi du no opeduane dia yebetumi amane bi adi. Baby amanada, and that is also a target. As of for the churches, how do they manage?
Oh, my dear, church security for years.
Okay.
The protocols, the ushers, they are your first line of entry. 2 weeks ago, survey be Accra and Kumasi Takradi. As they have professional security officers. Some of them so Accra. And those church securities are not expensive to do. Sometimes cry to me and for free. Maybe you just take TNT or something. I'm about to go to Brecon for one of them.
Okay.
Association of teachers will come together, of pastors who come together and churches and all that. But not only the church. We share the role our markets play in Ghana. It's about food security and security management. Yeah, important.
That's true.
One young market be to say KJT, which is well built to have a well proper planned security. Yeah. If a terrorist want to hit you, those are the places they target. What about the beaches? What about the media houses? The media houses, do they have proper security officers? Say, I'm a friend of this house, but say you never organize yourself and say, Richard, come and talk to us about personal security.
No.
For years.
No.
So those are some of the things. So we know not a problem, but was one beside now and show the way it is done, and there a bit of a problem. Until the church is not as vulnerable as it is, because the pastor may pick it up depending on your spirituality or how alert you are. But the other public places, a major issue, the traffic issue we are talking about. Utukwan, VIP, all the big buses are a transportation. Utukwan, bag, nobody checks. They just put it under the. Yeah, it could be a bomb. You travel out. Yeah, you could travel out and the whole thing is gone. And now, Oko Europe, in the US, a bus in accident, they investigate and they investigate the driver. Why should there be accident and some of those things? But I know road accidents to me come Nepal like 500 in a year. And those are some of the actual terrorist activities we need to pay attention to. Any land gas for multi-mission military uniform to by heart. Those are internal generated trained terrorist group almost threatening national security. It's not about the one coming from outside.
We are getting some pictures on social media. I don't know how possible that is. We will be na okra dear to say we a Holy Bible. Very nice Holy Bible, but we're inside the room. Be about also.
Yeah, no man. These are things they do. Now, say phone, some phones are guns on their own.
A phone, which is a gun.
It's a gun. Some things, some glasses, some things are weapons on their own. Okay. Depending on your level of training, any the threat assessment around you. Okay. And in Santa, we call the office of the president. They don't allow you to go with any of these things. It's not for recording purposes, but some of them are weapons on themselves. So they are normal things. Because of your environment, any your terrain, near higher fire arm robbery, any land guard. That is a major security threat, Maya. Chieftaincy is also one of them. But it's about importation of terrorism there. It's a cross-border crime. It's part of cross-border crime. And in the establish a diplomatic relationship with your neighbors and share intelligence on a timely basis. You'll be fine. It's not rocket science. Yeah, so simple. You'll be fine.
You can say, am I trying when she attack you more and into it shouldn't be the case.
No, it doesn't mean necessarily say because it happened in Togo, Burkina Faso, Mali. No. Chinchra, happy Ghana. No, that's why you have border control. That's why every year I travel 4 times across the country. Me, there be a security risk assessment to look at the risk levels and all that. No, it's not necessary say it has to happen in Ghana. And that is the danger of the nature of campaign now. No. So I'm sure you're my for back and say, we know. Auntie, one show ya.
Think there's the security.
One show ya the lives of my auntie ya here. They'll go on radio and go and say, I'm off for HSK dinner. Terrorism where ya come once them see. Not the element of surprise, no. Abba. Because terrorism is a serious issue. Now, you are different between terrorism and subversion. And tonight, beside national security, is a near Mukana with the year campaign. A actual terrorist attack and say a subversive activities. And to sorry, I know be terrorism. What type of terrorist? Because terrorists strike you, they'll take responsibility. No matter can't the reason why they strike you. Yeah. And then, as of my Ghana, your baby more attractive to terrorist groups. Our own person almost strike here. And which of the groups? It doesn't work like that. My age my way for almost 30 years. It doesn't work like that.
So you believe
by the grace of God, I have. No, but say no, terrorism. Yeah, other coup d'etat, and I say uprising, and I say insurrection. Yes, you America on the 6th of June. Say a coup d'etat. On person of a say coup d'etat, and I say insurrection. Now I use a big grammar to confuse everybody. And see, those are some of the things we look at. Now, if you don't educate your people well, security communication is very important thing. there are two things: security communication and security mathematics. Are there two ways? A very serious thing. But when one share in a year, I create problem. Okay, President Kufuor time. The Minister of National Security, he double as the coordinator. Your man has arrest. Okay.
Yeah.
Royal NCD now and trust is going to bring President Kufuor went and said it and created all manner of things. What did they do? Last minute they say Bevolati want to make a coup d'etat.
Yeah.
You can't said no, this is not true. They ran with it to the market. Omuko, yeah, it wasn't true. Then people are bringing some of those things. And see, you better in a year now. Yeah, and a year to make creating many of these lapses in security management. Now, your castle communication is very straightforward and precise.
Your intelligence gathering. Now, you can say see Togo, see Burkina near there. It doesn't really mean say see Waha. See Nigeria, yeah, there can say to Nigeria there, Ghana. You find say you know no woman. And what is happening there? Na na impact or Ghana so no. Way. A lot of fun about Ghana pa. And there are information because I just say you are. Or you wanted our Nigeria, so gradually we are having a lot of hardened ones among us. So nobody does background checks. But we no 15 and a team. And whether we get people to check their activities, what happens, the way are we really gathering intelligence our country?
Okay, so when I was at the BNI or be a Ghana, I check them out. Everywhere you say you are, they give me the opportunity to check them out. And I work with the hotels, I work with almost all the renters and all that. But number one, you may not have control how they came in. But number two, you may have control how they live here.
Okay. But are we really checking how they live here?
That one is left for the BNI to answer that. And whether we have the people. One of the difficulties I was I want to say your police force to civilians, numbers and the little police is what you are militarizing them.
Yes.
And it is reducing your numbers further. Seba public frontline policing. That is a major worry for us. And that is why you could see that Dan Parry came in with a different style.
Yeah.
It is a major issue for us. Now, when you go to the BNI, it takes you about 3 to 5 years to grab the trade. And when you put in people and you don't train them or they are not grabbing the trade, now you can get a major problem out of that. And now, in the wisdom of our grandfathers, they don't want the BNI to be a political zone. No, you can politicize everywhere, but not there, because that is the state. When you are talking of the state, that is where say the president is briefed by national security people. Whatever the briefing comes from the BNI. That is your intelligence center, and you mustn't politicize it. Your issue back could be say the former national security coordinator, no free break home, Mr. Chairman. Also, not your serving BNI officer. And by the grace of God, he became the director of BNI, President Kufuor's time. So this time, he became the security coordinator with that huge experience. But when he died, the replacement in Nkasa was a bit of a problem. And your intelligence center, you don't politicize it. You have problems.
But have we done that?
I don't know, but I think
there's a problem there.
No, I don't think there's a problem. I think we are having cold feet, our movements, Once police people are having problems, let's just say the coordination between them and intelligence center, and I said the intelligence community. Say, I say intelligence community is coupled with the people who are out of the business and those within. Because we are out of the business. And they within sometimes they might not see. So you need that collaboration. That is the intelligence community. But it's about intelligence for there. Once the police are having problems, since you say the communication problem, there is a coordination problem. FBI, they give their results to the police and the police mess it up, so they don't want to give it to them again. And some of those things, we will need to find in a convergence criteria and my national security advantage. Other than that, we might be having some of those challenges.
Can I ask a straightforward question?
Yeah, ask.
Do you think we really have a security threat external security threat as in terrorists looking to doing something in our country?
So I want to see me Tuesday and there's somebody having no, every nation goes through all manner of challenges. All nations in the world, they have level of threat that they have to deal with. And to call national security, more basket and more oranges ni nyama bebre gum. Sa oranges ni your friend security threat risks. And to almost threat analysis. Now at a point in time, they look at which of the threat is coming up. Normal finding solution, or they advise government to do this, not to do that. And for a threat to some people to be looking into Ghana, it is possible. It is how we present ourselves and how ready we are. And normally, when it comes to measuring with security performance, it's not how you react, but how you prevent it. Now, before you're reacting too much,
okay.
Then you see us reacting. And to answer it directly, yes, it could be yes or no, but we don't have control over that one. What we have control over is how we behave, how we carry ourselves, how prepared we are.
Do you think the internal threat is higher
than
an external threat?
Exactly. Land guard is a major threat for us. Chieftaincy is a major threat. So President Carr recently said most of the national security budget is used on chieftaincy issues. Boko is burning, you have not been able to resolve it. And the internal threat is a major issue. The food you are eating is a major issue.
Like a cool threat?
It weakens the workforce. People are getting tired these days. So productivity is low and it may affect economic activities. And you may have problems. And how you are storing it, how they are selling it by the roadside, and air pollution. And you know,
it looks like Adebia international. Your money is come more. COVID, your money is pa abrana road accidents more, but you're concentrating more on COVID. We check the number of cases of road accidents. Nipo ekunwomo. Now share attention at Enya compared to COVID. Nipo ekunwomo Ghana ni attention at Enya. The same thing. Internal threats no higher. But it looks like we are giving more attention to something that has happened to Obi in the country. No, I don't know. You pay more attention to that. I don't know if I'm right.
Now, on him say if the terrorist is coming and I say coup d'etat for, but they look for your internal vulnerabilities. Sure. They are the ones they use. No terror will come and cover the head like or bad like the way I'm painting Saddam Hussein. And I say Osama bin Laden. No. They use your internal people. Now, what terrorist group? You don't want to name them. And to compare a Brafodibia, Christian name, I good, no from vigilantism. Now, say vigilantism, your militia, or my activities near terrorist ways of attacking people. Gun violence in the SU or Sukura or that day. No, Sukura is a very populated area. And to ye lock a point, Katuna or Mutu Yeno, and come nipa bebre. Other than that, it's a major issue. And so those are the things. You have them here, fight them. And that one, you didn't do education. Now, okay, celebrate. What is that? No, it is a wrong approach. I think, Ibrahim said we need to look at that approach again. We can use some media guys who are very smart on the field and give them the job and let them work closely with national security. Maybe on the payroll or something. Then we go. But that open up approach, where say general education about security alertness in Ghana, fine, but attaching it to terrorism, no. A man for be beside your question said that we are anti-Yabisan. Or beside Frank, they look into our face and say, Richie, tell us this thing, is it not a lie? Is it not? You have to be careful how you answer some of those things because she's not convinced the answer I give. No, she's not. I know she's not. But I'm on national TV. NJTV is where the big boys watch, you know.
I understand.
So those are some of the things. But I don't know a misplace of national development agenda. We don't manage our national resources, aligning them to projects that already benefit Beba. That is why we have problem.
Elsewhere, taxi drivers, old people are sources of security information.
Exactly.
How are we using that here?
Yeah, to some extent, but not issues of confidentiality create a problem here. Because Santa one lucky na they say una who can ya na on say your community living no na kofa problem be bra ba ntama for nim nyama bebre ba won timi nka na omo kwansa e bia na ye nuan mo ya police for no na out of curiosity no makwa ko say we na kan ye. But if you want intelligence we hear nipa machines can do some but we hear nipa bebre say on be can say oh mpacho hwa ha so ye ho ide we check him out, and that is the one said national security letter be appear bonti recently. It was Nyankpadori ho. Letter ni restricted. Restricted say ye ho ade bi ya sure about it. And timu kona mo check him out. And unfortunately letter ni pie. In that particular letter Nyankpadori was mountain, but other side no there are no mountains there. And you ya creative fear and panic instead of education. But that is not the purpose of the letter. Almost see we are not sure and go and check for us and I'm for linky letter no and security intelligence document management no create a bit of a problem for us.
Video be obi sending my NCC or by be a ukura bag share video no have we gotten to this level? Do we have to be scared saying that here bag ukura no then all of a sudden she starts doing this?
Oh, these are things it means by predominantly in your territory.
We need a high way.
It means it be
I saw crabag or quasem can. But now oh near me gum. Yeah, so baby so
but can be or say a dana a bit attracted terrorists to our country. For this thing,
we are
somebody
to get to this level.
That is even the question I really wanted to ask.
So, and yeah, kwedi boni bi. And I go support to Russia, and I go support to Ukraine, and
because some Boko Haram no, the ideology said the northern part of Nigeria is not developed.
Yeah.
Yes.
ISIS now yeah creative or other countries no, their ideologies. Yeah, no. What is the ideology of guys no person more attack here?
Yante they are trying to say ABS you hanti ABI so
person yeah educational, those are the fundamentals you need to bring out.
Yeah, papa vi monso how
society groups and then consistent
papa no wu ye wie na say aye bibia ho
because those are some of the things now. Me intelligence officer, security intelligence, I've worked across the group and no one be I didn't say but for education purposes you manage your public space in a year, so you're managing a year now we don't get the support of the media now some of these things can happen.
But people believe say it's more internal than external honestly.
The
increment of soldier for no salaries no it gave credence to that belief that there's something internal happening. Something internal.
So increment in the post for the guy.
Increment of the military salary
and a soldier for the guy.
That aggravated the anger and dissatisfaction of the men in the black. So green, any value chain black.
Yeah.
But what brought about that increment?
Initially,
what I'm saying
because
before the military
increment, they say I say we when a year on body
before the green increment now before the green increment not the men in black your mom a certain increment yeah promise so that's how it's going to go just before the election the two abanu and the sun redraw so we no how and sana ye be increase the men in green and still no more no so no am that will cause some level of dissatisfaction and some this thing in the system
No, I don't know. What I'm saying is you manage your public space in a and security structure now you run as creating some level of communication and coordination issues. And see, coup d'etats are not things you wish for or you wish away. Who created the prevailing environment now and the motivation factors near high intimacy. And those are some of the things. Now you enjoy the flip-flopping and the fidgeting and all that. It doesn't help.
How about motivation?
For law enforcement officers?
Yes.
I have been a campaigner for them. Police force where they live, and we are taking the military lands and the time but now almost need space for building, expanding, and those are some of the things because those are some of the motivation here. And once you don't manage the local police is here, sometimes Dampari works under very difficult situation, but he's the head, so all blames go to him.
But the way I brush off this Western Togoland issue, no, do you feel
which one? Togo?
The
no,
Western
I didn't
Togoland
brush it off. I'm saying it's an ecosystem.
Yeah, so it gave me an impression. Say, was it a creation for a reason which wasn't really the case?
I'm not saying that, and I don't have any reason to say that. But I'm just asking, say, if you're a media person, what did you know about it? How did they end up? Yeah.
They happened. That's what they be more court.
Okay. That's good.
That's what they court. But don't say Ghana, you can say in the pipeline. No, so
that's good.
It's some way be but are we safe in general? So they're near me.
Safety, 4 levels. So personal security or personal responsibility. As a corporate institution, say more security or corporate security. Then we have public safety, which lies in the bosom of the police. Then we have national security, which is a constitution of all the security agencies that form the National Security Council. So those are the levels of safety you look at. So one area is not working well, we can look at it and maybe make the balancing, benchmarking and all that. But other than that, once we go and come every day, we are safe. And we are religious people. So we pray to God and visit
mosque,
the church and the mosque and the traditional people and make sure.
The all kind of simple and short, and said the battle is the Lord's.
It's not a battle. We are not in battle. We are saying, sir, we are asking God to take away threats away from us. Amen.
Yeah, that's it. But sir, Ushia Ghanaian be advice ben and other mano in
take your personal security seriously. And your personal security are the people around you. So the way you live with people determines how safe you can be. Unya issue after police for. Sometimes you need police for issues, baby, but your issues are from number boy. And it's to me boy in so many ways.
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you.
Uncle Richard Kumadoe. Yeah, that's it. Anope. I was for you so yeah, you Ghana home. Ghana home come and Yeguswa. Ye dino. Ye yam ye. Egun come on also.